had the delight of hearing from a former client a few days ago, and I have to tell you, I've been chuckling inside myself ever since. I worked with this woman 10 years ago, and she, by the time she got to me, was just absolutely disgusted. And she said, Sheila, more than anything, I want to meet that special person. I'd love to have a child or a couple children, but I'm tired of this. I'm disgusted with the dating and the meet and greet and all of that. And she said, I'm just gonna, get off the scene. I've never even felt like doing this. I've never felt like being out here. And I said, okay, well, it sounds like you're going to take a break. And what do you want to accomplish in your break? She said, I just want to muster up the feel. I feel like I should feel differently if I'm in this process. And I looked at her and I said, sweetheart, let me just ask you a point blank question. What if the feeling never comes? What if the feeling never comes? Then what? And when I heard from her a few days ago, what I really chuckled about is her sending me a beautiful picture of her daughter. Her daughter will be 7 years old soon, and I could not resist asking her, I'm like, can you flash back to our conversation? Do you remember what you said? And she was like, yeah, and I remember what you said too. What if the feeling never comes? And that just pushed me through. And I will tell you, before she met a wonderful man, she had many more lukewarm or even negative experiences, but she stayed the course. Online dating, speed dating. Comes to find out, she met this guy in a group. It was a sports group she had joined, but it's only because she pushed through that feeling of, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this. And again, I asked her and she made it very clear. She said, I know that this child would not have been possible. My life would not have been possible if I waited for the holy grail, the ever coveted special feeling to come over me and just do what was necessary. So this message today, I think, is vital because many of us, including myself, we wait for some type of alignment. And emotions and feelings can be very tricky and very fleeting. And often they can have very little to do with what you just flat out need to do to get the job done, what you flat out need to do for the betterment and for the righteousness of your life. I'll be very candid as I try to be in all of my messages. The only things I can tell you 24 hours, 7 days a week, no question about it, that I feel like doing deep down in my soul are eating chocolate, vacationing. I love movies. I love spending time with my dog. I love hanging out with my child, Sophie. I mean, so there's very few things that in my heart of hearts, I always feel like doing. Much of my life and the beauty that I experience in life and the give back is linked to these moments of decision to just hit the override button. And that override button is like you just short circuit everything. It's like a power generator. I don't feel like doing this. I'm not necessarily naturally inclined to do it, but because it's good for my life, it's good for my soul, it's good for my well-being or the people around me, I'm just going to override all those feelings that I have or the feelings that I don't have and get the job done. Get the job done. There are two things I'm working on right now, which to be perfectly frank, it should have started 6 months or a year ago, but I fell into that. I'm like, well, I want to feel a little bit more motivated. And I same question with myself, like, Sheila, what? This may never, this organic, natural feeling may never come. Girl, you got to do what you need to do. And I got on the stick, and I'll tell you that I'm seeing, return after return after return on that decision. I encourage you today, if you're listening to this, if this message has reached you, and I pray that the message has reached who they're intended to reach, and you're waiting for some feeling to come over you, or some mystical rain of motivation to come over you, and you're standing and you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You need to get yourself a tall drink of water, sit down, swallow that nonsense, and go and start and do what you need to do. Because on the other end of that, that is called your life. That is called the fruits of your life, and a fruit of the decision to go ahead and make it happen. This has been Inspirational Shorts with Sheila. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.